So my name is Just Westjik, I'm the drummer for Heidevolk, and this is the metal discovery.
That's true. Will Iron Maiden? Yeah.
No,
nice to meet you.
This is
Joost Westjik, the drummer of
Heidevolk, and
I'm Roland Roodbaas, the bassist.
Nobody cares. Okay. So
Everybody cares, because I make a girlfriend.
Not
I choose, you know.
So, hello guys, how are you? How's been your flights?
long. Oh well, we had a long pause in between, so.
The flights were actually pretty good, although the seats were a bit small. I guess they're used to a bit smaller people over here. But we had a 4-hour break in Istanbul, but the airport, everything was closed, so it was kind of a rough night. So it was good.
So it's been 2 years since Batavi. How do you feel about that album?
Yeah, for us it was a strong release. We had a good mindset of where we wanted to go with that album, and we had a very good recording studio which we really enjoyed trying out and participating with.
Yeah, I think Batavi turned out the way we wanted it to be, and we're still very happy with it. It's a product that we made as band at that point, and I think we took all of it that we could take of it. So I think it's still a good album. Though in newer songs we will of course have the influence of the Batavi song. Still important.
Of course, influence of Lars. How do you feel it's different and evolved from the other Heidevolk albums from the previous ones?
Well, I think that when we look at Batavi, it's a lot heavier. We say it's more metal. Well, how can it be more metal when it is metal? But it's more metal, less folk, and I think that kind of is typical about Batavi. We did a lot with lower guitars, heavier, broader guitars, and also a lot of quicker riffs instead of well, firstly with the funky riffs, we had the black metal kind of riffs, and now we're more into the
Story just asked for this. The story just asked for bold, quick, aggressive, punch in your face. Yeah, I guess we delivered it.
You don't know this, but you used to actually punch me in the face because my face crawled from punching the face. Very wrong.
That's really good.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know this, but the Batavians were a nomadic tribe of pagans living around the Nijmegen in the Netherlands.
Nijmegen.
Yeah.
What he said. Why the particular interest in them, and why them out of all the many pagan tribes in the area?
Actually, because there was not a well. A lot of it got lost of the history, and it was like a really interesting story, and kind of left out on a lot of the Germanic tribes that you hear about.
Yeah.
It was something that the tribe that intrigued us, and we just started getting material, just gathering, and at a certain point we got so much, we decided to make a whole album out of it.
Well, it's an intriguing story because it's got all the right ingredients for a good story. It's about finding your home, finding your homeland, and dealing with another army, and revolting against that army first, trying to get an alliance, and then revolting against that army. So it's about the search for your homeland, then the revolt against the oppressors, and finally finding peace.
Rome is more than
Yeah.
But this was also the last album with a correction if I say it wrong. Joris van Gelderij.
Yes.
What happened when you part ways, except for the fact that Lars is a lot more beautiful?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Come on, Lars.
Fucking sexy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, no. Look at Show it up, Lars. Your head off. No, with the Joris, it was well, it evolved during the way. After Batavi, he felt and we felt more and more that he was moving towards another musical direction. And at one point he said, "Well, I'm starting to have other musical kind of ideas that Heidevolk cannot do at the moment, so I'm going to part ways with you," and he's making his own projects right now. So I think it's both musical and as persons was a wise decision to do, and not stay in the band that he couldn't evolve to the point where he wants to go. So
yeah, we just didn't have the same direction. Instead of just fighting among each other, we better part ways, have success at both the ideas, and let the band do what it was, go in the way it was set out and wanted to go, and not trying to force it.
So Lars already joined the interview, so of course the happy news is that we do have a new single, and he's fucking sexy, and he's fucking great. How did you come upon Lars? How did you join the band? How did you get involved?
Well, actually, I read a message on Facebook that yours was leaving, and they were looking for a new singer. And I've known Heidevolk for quite some time. So yeah, I just sent a message, offering to do an audition. So I did an audition, and well, there was a whole audition process.
yeah.
And eventually they asked me to come over and drink.
Well, it was. Do you have the voice over here?
Yes.
Yeah, the TV program.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was more like that kind of audition. We were all sitting in chairs, 6 chairs, and there were a lot of people that were just screaming and yelling, and we were like, no. So when Lars came, it was the first time all our chairs turned around. So that was a special moment. We only had that like 5 or 6 times more. So.
And it was quite a sneaky bastard, because he had a bucket full of ice with beer.
Yeah.
Presented to us, so we just turned the chair around. And
I
there we see this bucket with beer and ice, and it's like, okay, you're the dude.
I wouldn't say that close to do, but I would say it's smooth.
Mark just turned around and was like, sacrifice.
Driving works.
Of course, with this new spirit in the band, what are your plans for the near future? I heard some rumors about a new album, of course. When can we expect it? How is it coming together? On and so forth.
We're still in the planning progress. We want to record it again at the Abbott studio, and so we are communicating when we can go there to record, and the rough draw is to have it out January next year. And well, it's gonna be a cool beast. It's gonna be a lot of new interesting songs and evolved songs as well. Maybe a little bit different direction again, depending on the stories that we are gonna tell. It's always the story that goes.
Story calls for the music.
Yeah. We have some other things that we have in mind to maybe include make up for the long wait or something.
Yeah, well,
Basically everyone brings ideas to the table.
That was the funny thing, because normally we would record a CD every 2 years, have a release every 2 years. But now when Joris left the band, and we came back from our Batavi tours, and we said, well, let's forget everything we know about Heidevolk right now and just start all over again, see what the music brings us. So we started playing, and we did some covers. I won't tell you the details, but maybe there will be some covers on the new album. Who knows? Or maybe not.
He doesn't love me.
No, it's tough. No, but it was a long term of just playing covers, and at one point we said, well, I think we're ready again, and that was January this year, so we couldn't make another release within the 2 years. So then we discovered we already had like 15 songs to choose from. So that's the way it's not going to be.
We have a huge creative flow at the moment, so it's really. Yeah. Hopefully.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but
okay. So of course, this is kind of a theoretical question, a what-if question. Now, if Heidevolk tomorrow, the Dutch government issues a ban, you can't sing anything related to Dutch history or paganism, what would you sing about? Well, what do you think you sing about?
I think mostly about
we have to go back to Titties and Beer now, sorry.
and tractors and sea lions, also sea lions, dolphins.
Dolphins. Are no named dolphin?
You know, dolphins are very inspirational. They are.
They are the most intelligent sea mammals.
No, that's not intelligence.
No, I'm half dolphin and I find that offensive.
I can tell, yeah. I can tell.
Bring it to you and try.
I think I like a song about stamp collecting. That's it.
Yeah, that's your big thing. Yeah.
Because I want to get into large
always wear
bands, I
t-shirts.
will also want a song about stamp collecting.
You always wear t-shirts about stamp collect or die and that kind of stuff. It's really brutal.
It's like these groups like stamp collecting in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Stamp life.
Stamp life.
I didn't get it.
Collect cigar bands and stuff.
So going a little bit back, a question only really used can answer. I know this is kind of like everybody's asked this fucking question, but how did Heidevolk form in the beginning?
He doesn't know either.
I was at a bar, and it wasn't in a bar in Arnhem. It was a local bar, and well, there were a few guys I knew, and two were brother of Roland, yes, and Joris, and they wanted to start a Viking choir, and well, just have like this sing about nature and the pagan history, and then yeah, with a lot of male voices and really epic. And later on that night, I'm talking to Sebas and Paul, and they had this idea of having a folk metal band. So I was just standing between the two, and they both wanted me to participate. So at a certain point, we just said, "Do you guys know each other?"
You got set?
Well, we got wasted and didn't forget the idea and started working. Actually,
if you don't forget the ideas when you're wasted, you can see this is talent. This is fucking talent.
It's the pro.
If you don't forget it, it's or really a shaming or
it's a really good idea.
Really good idea. Yeah.
How did you say that you just threw the idea that you wanted to have like a Viking choir? You throw it as if it's like such a simple idea, but really this is something that is unique to Heidevolk.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like who had like the drop of the coin to like, this is a great idea?
Well, it was
just kidding. I don't really give a fuck. Bye.
Yeah. Both ideas.
We just started drinking.
Both ideas combined. Didn't you listen to me? No, it was both ideas combined that turned out to be a really good move, and it gave us the unique Heidevolk sound we still got today. So.
I like that pronunciation. It was a really
good move.
So also Heidevolk are of the minority of European pagan bands who sing about their local history and mythology. I know this because I'm Polish and everyone is like, Thor! Why did you choose this why did you choose this route in particular, and why did you go local?
Well, there are too many good stories to not sing about. We can sing about Norwegian mythology or whatever, but when we look close at home and the stories we were brought up with, there's such good stories. Why not sing about them?
So you heard it here. Dutch mythology, Dutch mythology. And
that.
if not, then fuck you.
Or just not told enough, so won't bore the shit out of it.
Fair enough.
How does that like care?
Huh? He's fabulous. He's just fabulous. I'm here and I can feel the attraction in the air. So,
Not again.
I'm leaving now. Don't go, Just. We can start a family.
No, we can't.
We're gonna get serious.
We fly back tomorrow, dude.
You know anything about
We get married tonight. How is the reaction to you guys in the Dutch scene? You guys just started, like I guess you were more in the early times. And how did it change over time?
Well, I guess people always like the sound and the idea, but well, it's Dutch and well, won't bring that much to the table. We're kind of skeptic, but still had this somewhere tucked away pride in it to have.
Yeah. The thing in the Netherlands, you're not allowed to sing Dutch.
Yeah.
Because it is not English, so we don't like it. It's a bit weird, but a lot of people could appreciate us. The fun thing is with Heidevolk that we do not only play at metal parties, we also play at regular medieval kind of parties in the Netherlands and Germany. So that gives us a broader perspective, crowd-wise.
So also, I guess it's kind of interesting to ask because you say, you know, we play for both scenes, but also in the metal scene, the Netherlands in particular, the death metal scene is sort of very kind of capitalized on, and it's very famous capacity to the level. But the pagan and folk metal scene now, on a global scale, is much bigger. What's the situation like for pagan and folk metal bands?
What's the
situation like for pagan and folk metal bands in the Netherlands nowadays?
Well, there are a lot of folk and pagan metal bands, but hopefully they will grow to be. I wouldn't say as big as us, but I hope they will grow to go. No, but I hope they will grow on to do the Pagan Fest and the Heidevolk, because we haven't seen any bands, well, bands that could do it, but not any bands that already are playing.
So, what are some areas of Gelder or Dutch history you would like to cover and have not yet?
Well, there will be a whole lot on the new album.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
We are Gelder history.
Well, there's still a lot to cover. I think.
He's about to blab. He's about to blab.
Yeah. There we go again. Long boring story. Yeah, we got an hour. No. I think the story of the Saxons, which also covers a lot of Germany and England, is a really interesting story to look into.
How much research goes into making the lyrics for each album?
Well, we read books, of course.
You can read?
Yeah. Well, surprise.
That's real.
Oh, yeah, that's the way.
Not the drummer. We always have to read for it. But before he goes to sleep, because he cannot sleep without reading.
You're just jealous because
we have a lot of books and we read a lot of stories about it. And when we started on our last concept, we gathered all the information and shared it with each other, and that's the way we do the research. We also went to a museum, Valkhof Museum, about the David people. Looking at my water. You like water, don't you?
Yes! I'm a water whore!
How do your cards right?
How do you feel about...
Please give me a beer.
Okay. Switch to what? How do you feel about the uprising of folk metal in the last few years? Like sort of the rise in popularity of folk metal in the last few years. I like how Lars just goes away randomly, just like fuck.
Oh, Lars, mag wil niet.
You really see a shift in popularity just peaking at one point and then starting in a whole different part of the world. And for example, a year ago I would not have expected to be here in Israel playing folk metal.
Because you don't read our news, do you, motherfucker?
Well, you have the same thing with South America, because I believe in South America it's also really rising. North America as well, though. guess it's you really see the shift going, and that is interesting for us to see as well. As a musician, you don't really have a clue of which type of music is popular.
I would refer to it as a drummer. You don't have a clue. I think there is one thing, and that is that folk metal really established themselves within the metal scene. There now you cannot picture metal without folk metal anymore. So that's, I think, one of the things of the uprising of folk metal that we already accomplished. And now everybody has to make folk metal.
I make folk metal in the bathroom. It's fucking crazy.
Is that
No.
You toot the horn.
I make it fucking no.
Tuba.
we're only just learning how Lars works, and it's dark. It's really dark.
The inner mechanism
Yeah,
of Lars's brain.
His brains are fucked up. Yeah.
Still has to come out.
Anyway, multiple. So this is the end of our short interview. I wanted to say a lot of thanks and prost.
Prost.
Cheers.